Hi, today is October 29th, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1734 for the year, To Have Looked Up. There were people running around last night, some in costumes, some not in costumes, some drunk and loud, some asking for money, and horns were honking, and the lights were so bright, and if you hadn't been reminded to look up, you might have missed the hunter's moon and Jupiter nearby. You might not have taken a picture and then marveled at how strange the picture looked. But if you were fortunate enough to have looked up and to have taken the picture, then you might have a memento to remember the moment by. Poem number 1735, The Softness. Her voice was so soft, they had to really listen to hear what she was saying. But because they had to really listen, they really heard what she was saying. And some of those who really heard were grateful for the softness of her voice. Poem number 1736, Picking a Nit. The announcement on the subway ought to be, it's illegal to drink alcohol and smoke on the subway, because it's illegal to smoke or drink alcohol on the subway arguably permits smoking anything other than alcohol. Poem number 1737, Mostly. There were still some pieces to put together, although most of those pieces were mostly put together. And there was a set of things to collect, although most of those things were mostly collected. And there were things to pick up and put away, although most of those things were mostly picked up and put away. Mostly all was well. But there was a coyote on the TV stand, and it looked like it wasn't going anywhere. Poem number 1738, Sodada. Sodada. Poem number 1738, Sodada. In the museum gift shop, he bought a bottle of pop, but when he opened it to take a drink, Tristan Zara and Gabrielle Buffet Picabia popped out, along with a copy of Dada Globe, which had been more than... Shit. Poem number 1738, Sodada. In the museum gift shop, he bought a bottle of pop, but when he opened it to take a drink, Tristan Zara and Gabrielle Buffet Picabia popped out, along with a copy of Dada Globe, which had been more than 102 years in the making. He threw the artists and the anthology away and found something else to drink. The artists made their way back to the 20th century. The issue of Dada Globe was sold at Sotheby's for $600,000, but the Sodada bottle went for almost 7 times that. Both items sold for well over their estimates. It was a good day for Dada, and a good day for commerce. Poem number 1739, Everything All. They wanted to know where it all would go when everything was said and done, but what they wanted was premature, as everything all had just begun. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1740, Her Grief. Her sadness touched the highest leaves of the tallest trees where the keys were kept, and the leaves reached back and touched her face and held her tightly as she wept. And the sun was a spotlight that made her feel seen, and the earth was a furnace that made her feel warm, and the rain was a shower that made her feel clean, and the breeze was a sonnet that gave her grief form. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.